WRDE Coast TV.
Previous crash photographs from a deadly accident in Dewey Beach, what the Department of Justice is saying 1 year later.
More growth coming to Milton, these areas being considered for potential developments and restaurants. How the projects can change the future of the town.
Special event zone signs are showing all over Ocean City, the public and police reacting over a possible H2OI rally.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
This is Sidney Wolf, the Maryland man who died after being kicked out of a lift on Route 1. His family now seeking justice. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a pending investigation into rideshare company Lyft after that passenger was killed in Dewey Beach last summer.
When Wolf was kicked out of his rideshare into oncoming traffic, he was struck and killed by another car. Wolf was a former staffer for former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo.
New information tonight. The Delaware Department of Justice confirmed to Coast TV News prosecutors are investigating, seeing if criminal charges should be filed against the Lyft driver.
Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner is in the newsroom. Mallory, attorneys for Wolf called the deadly accident a disgrace.
Charlie, Maddie, this is the civil lawsuit asking for financial compensation for the Wolf family. Attorney Shane Inspector says legally they cannot ask for the Lyft driver to be fired or for Lyft to lose its license. But as more information about this case becomes public, they're hopeful criminal charges will follow. A night out with friends turned tragic on July 24th, 2022. According to new information in these court documents obtained by Coast TV News on Tuesday, Sidney Wolf and his friends called a Lyft to pick them up from the Starboard on Coastal Highway in Dewey Beach to be dropped off in Bethany Beach. These court documents allege that driver Laquise Leon had a child in the trunk of the SUV. Documents state Leon started yelling at the passengers when they asked the child questions concerned about the young child's safety. On this dark stretch of Coastal Highway, Leon allegedly stopped in the left lane and forced passengers to get out of the car, denying their requests to be dropped off in a safer spot.
They couldn't exit the vehicle from the driver's side rear door because that door was not operative. So they were forced to leave the car into a lane of traffic.
Shane Inspector says Sidney Wolf was the first person to get out and was immediately struck and killed before Leon drove away. It's important to note that the driver who hit Wolf is not being sued. Spector says this lawsuit seeks financial compensation for Wolf's wife Lindsay and 2 children, with the hope that it would also set an example for Lyft to reform its safety and driver requirements. According to Lyft's website, criminal background checks are required for drivers and vehicles must have 5 to 8 seatbelts and 4 doors. The Attorney General's office told Coast TV News that this is a pending case and they cannot comment yet. We reached out to Lyft for an update on the driver and a comment about the case, but we have not heard back. Back to you.
We're also learning more about the timing of this crash. It happened July 24th, 2022. That was an early Sunday morning. The group was picked up at 1:23 a.m. in Dewey. Bars close at 1, so it appears the group was out for a late Saturday night. State police confirmed the Lyft driver left the scene after Wolf was struck and killed around 2 a.m. Last summer, Lyft told Coast TV the driver was permanently removed from the service. The driver who hit Wolf was never viewed at fault as they were following traffic laws. Breaking news this evening. President Joe Biden's son Hunter Biden plans to plead not guilty to federal gun charges, he said in a court filing today. Hunter Biden is also asking for his initial court appearance to be held remotely. In a letter to Magistrate Judge Christopher Burke, attorney Abby Lowell said Hunter Biden will plead not guilty to those 3 felony gun charges relating to his possession and purchase of a revolver in Wilmington in 2018.
The tiny town of Milton is seeing more and more growth, and 96 brand new apartments. That could be a part of the growth. The development is up for discussion tonight. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert is live in Milton. Charles, the amount of new homes and restaurants proposed is staggering.
Charlie, those 96 apartments are just the tip of the iceberg of all the proposed developments here in the town of Milton. In fact, I have a list right here with some of the numbers on it, and let me rattle a couple off to you really quick. Over 100 homes being proposed as part of the Phase 4 expansion of Cannery Village, 240 apartments currently being built off of Route 16, and over 1,300 homes being proposed as a part of a development called the Granary. If you pay attention to the town's meetings and agendas, there's seemingly another development or apartment complex being discussed almost every week. Not to mention the Royal Farms and the McDonald's that had a lot of neighbors talking up on Route 16. And with all these changes and all of these proposals, people here in town are pretty mixed on these ideas.
I mean, growth is inevitable, but it should be done in a responsible manner to preserve the integrity of the life and the well-being of the community.
As for those 96 apartments, they are being discussed tonight by the Milton Planning and Zoning Commission at 6:30. I'm Charles Reinert, live in downtown Milton, Coast TV News.
Bethany Beach has a serious sand hole issue. The town says it's seeing more and more unattended sand holes on the beach. One man who lives in Bethany told Coast TV about the risks leaving those holes, what they could lead to.
First of all, it's a tripping hazard. You can break your ankle very easily in it. Secondly, it's dangerous for the public vehicles that go on the beach. You can hit it and break an axle.
Leaving a hole more than a foot deep violates a Bethany Beach ordinance, and the town wants beachgoers to educate themselves so nobody gets hurt. You might remember in 2017, a woman fell into a hole in Ocean City and she later died.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now. This is the 45th Street Tap House. Our Hershey's exterior cam down there in Ocean City looks gorgeous from what we're seeing on the screen at this moment. But let's check in with meteorologist Alex Seymour to get a little more detail.
Yeah, certainly it does look pretty gorgeous out there in Ocean City this evening, and really up and down our coastline we are enjoying some absolutely gorgeous fall-like conditions out the door this evening. Ton on Razor camera at the Lewis Yacht Club right now. Doesn't get much better than this. Clear skies, gorgeous view overlooking the Delaware Bay this evening. Temps sitting right around 74 degrees, and that's kind of where we are all across Delmarva. We're in the mid-70s. It's 74 in Bethany Beach, 74 in Rehoboth Beach. We're sitting at 74 in Millsboro, 74 degrees in Georgetown, 72 in Ocean Pines, so it's comfortable all over the place. You'll want to get outside and enjoy this gorgeous weather. Winds are pretty light, so we don't have to be concerned with those. And skies are clear, so sunshine, temps in the 70s. You get outside and enjoy that when we have that. Dog walk forecast for this evening shows those pretty nice conditions continuing for the next several hours. We do start to fall down into the 60s though by the 7 o'clock hour, and then by late tonight we hit around 60 at 11 p.m. By tomorrow morning we're going to be down into the mid 50s, so some of us might want to grab a light jacket as you head out the door for that morning commute.
Alex, thank you. The Selbyville Police Department is looking for this man you see on your screen. They say he attacked a store clerk, knocking them unconscious. That happened Monday at a Dollar General in the area. Police say the man went inside the store on Church Street before 6 p.m. There, he hid store items under his clothing. That's according to police. A Dollar General employee was said to have asked the man to leave. Police say the man then walked behind the counter and attacked the clerk. The department asking people to call police if they can identify that suspect.
The Delaware State Fire Marshal's office and other fire services want to reach out to the people in the community for basic rules of fire safety. This is in response to recent fires that took place in Laurel and Georgetown. The top cause of home fires are cooking, heating, electrical, smoking, and candles, according to the National Fire Protection Association. Officials say that you should not leave pans on the stove when they're unattended. They recommend having your heating system, fireplace, and chimney checked by a professional once a year, and to promote residential fire sprinklers as it reduces the chance of dying in a fire by 91%.
DelDOT announces the closure of Wilson Hill Road in Georgetown. That road is between Hunting Club Road and State Forest Road. DelDOT says work will start on Friday, September 29th, and it will go through Friday, October 6th. According to the agency, the road will be closed for the installation of a crossroad pipe.
Like the saying goes, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. That is the sentiment in Ocean City as the town braces itself for the possible return of a controversial car rally. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how in Ocean City, H2OI may have to go.
If you were to see one of these cars, and you ask around town about H2OI, you might get this response.
The rest of the town is definitely impacted. Traffic's definitely impacted. A couple years ago, it really got out of hand.
The unsanctioned car meet has been known to cause disturbances around town and people not obeying the rules of the road, and this week it's historically been the start of H2OI. So Ocean City Police are taking precautions.
One main resource is the special event zone. It gives us the lower speeds, the increased fines, and the penalties for certain behaviors such as spinning your wheels, things like that we were seeing with these crowds.
But some, like Lindsay Rigo, say she doesn't mind H2OI.
All summer long, we deal with different events like the motorcycles and cruising week and the hot rods and H2O, and the town's just busy for those events, and you just kind of know that, and it doesn't necessarily bother me for noise.
But the Ocean City Police Department says H2OI isn't the only event it takes precautions for. Police do it for Cruising OC and endless summer cruising.
Those are the ones that draw the largest spectators up on the sidewalk. You see people are putting their chairs out bright and early.
And restaurants like Fishtails don't want the car rally in Ocean City, but
Can't really stop it. All you can do is manage it.
As you can see behind me, the parking lots for the CVS and the Wawa, H2OI has been known to congregate in North Ocean City. And the Ocean City Police Department tell me they don't expect the event to come back this year, but they are prepared. They say they welcome any event to come to Ocean City, just respect the rules of the road and the town. In Ocean City, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News. Cars are known for doing burnouts, drag racing, and speeding during the infamous H2OI pop-up car rally. And to combat that, those reduced speed limits are 30 miles an hour. There's also an increase in fines, penalties, and arrests for violations. Ocean City says expect increased police and traffic and delays in the area.
And this takes us right into our Coast TV poll for the evening. We want to know, do the OC's special event zones work? Let's take a look at the results.
A majority were saying yes, and they are. It's about the same, 79% believing that is effective in keeping people out of town.
Certainly a strong opinion there in one direction. Could change throughout the night, though. You can go vote on WRDE.com, or you can use our Coast TV mobile app.
But we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Still to come, festival goers will see this list of artists performing in OC next weekend, what people need to know before kicking off of Ocean's Calling.
A significant coast storm is on the way to the coast by the weekend. I'll have the details coming up in just a few minutes.
From Coast Copter in the air, construction for the Millsboro bypass is underway. DelDOT says the bypass will improve congestion. We have the details in just 60 seconds.
Beat the wind and rain with 50% off your new Valor roof, plus payments as low as $119 per month. Purchase with purpose. Your new Valor roof helps us donate a new roof every month to combat veterans in need.
833-83-VALOR. Allergies aren't fun for anyone, especially when they work their way into your home. A professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer can dramatically improve indoor air quality and significantly reduce indoor allergens. Installing our whole home purification system Restore will even help prevent the spread of airborne viruses and bacteria. If you want to significantly reduce allergy triggers in your home, call or go online to book a free inspection today.
Don't get scorched this summer storm season. Stay ahead of the leaks. Save big on your new Valor roof with 50% off all materials and payments as low as $119 per month. Call Valor Roofing today.
833-83-VALOR.
Paving the way for a new bypass in Millsboro, the project aims to improve the quality of life in the town.
Coast TV's Britt Leone takes us to Millsboro to learn what progress has been made in construction.
Construction for the Millsboro bypass is underway right now. It looks a little different up here in the air than it does on the ground. Take a look at this view. You can see a construction crane putting what looks like steel beams for the start of a bridge to be built over the Millsboro pond there, and some other construction crews and equipment there.
This grader helps to lay the foundation for a new road. DelDOT says the project includes an overpass with a 2-lane, 2.5-mile-long road that connects to Route 24 and the bridge over the Millsboro Pond and the Norfolk Southern Railroad.
Residents and area businesses, they've experienced this long-term congestion trying to go through Millsboro for just a long time. So this is going to have a big impact on getting that that threw traffic out of the town of Millsboro, and we have a lot of local industry that has heavy truck traffic.
The goal of all of this construction? To increase safety and reduce congestion on the roads.
Now, the good news is DelDOT says this phase of construction won't increase traffic or add time to your morning and evening commutes. The agency says they expect the bypass to be completed by the spring of 2025. I'm Britt Leone in the Coast Copter, Coast TV News.
Well, gorgeous weather continues through the end of the week before a significant coastal storm moves in to ruin the weekend. I'll break down all the potential impacts coming up just after the break.
Experience the performance of Toyota Camry, from WRDE to all-wheel drive and hybrid, with comfort and control. To travel your way and arrive in style. Right now, buy a Camry and get $750 finance cash. Toyota, let's go places.
I am so proud to announce the 72 Sold was just recognized by the prestigious Inc. 5000 as the #1 fastest growing real estate firm in Arizona and in the top 5 in America. Why? Because our program for selling your home in 8 days for thousands more than selling the traditional way really works. If you care about getting more money for your home, go to the #1 real estate firm in Arizona at 72sold.com.
The Powerball jackpot is always a lot of money. Right now, it's a lot of money. Powerball is over $650 million.
That's a lot of money.
Please play responsibly.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
And if I just walked away, would your plastic heart break? I know.
93.5, The Beach.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. Do you know what a phantom vehicle car accident case is? That's where someone causes an accident and then leaves the scene. If they're never ID'd, you can't sue them, but you can make a claim with your own insurance company for uninsured motorist benefits. If you've been involved in a phantom vehicle car accident case, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Well, be sure to get outside and enjoy the beautiful fall-like weather that we're seeing across Delmarva this evening. This great weather, that is going to be continuing for the next couple of days. So we have a beautiful week ahead. Dry and pleasant conditions continue through Friday. That's pretty much all we're going to talk about today through Friday, because the big story this week is going to be the stormy weekend that is on the way. Heavy rain, strong gusty winds, and also some pretty significant coastal issues are on the way. High surf, coastal flooding, and beach erosion are all expected along our coast Saturday and potentially into early next week, with a pretty significant coastal storm that is likely going to form. May even be a subtropical or tropical storm as it moves up the coast towards Delmarva later on in the week. Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel in Ocean City this evening, though, still shows those pretty quiet conditions. Skies are clear. This scene going to be much different as we head into the weekend. Temps right now 74 degrees in Ocean City. We can see the reason why it's going to be much different on our futurecast. Take a look at this. This is Saturday, 8:30 in the morning. Clouds have increased. We're seeing that heavy rain starting to push into the area. That darker green yellow shading, that is moderate to heavy rainfall widespread across the area. That continues pretty much all day Saturday. If you have plans on Saturday, it's not looking too good for them. We're going to be dealing with the rain and wind all day long. That continues. This is Sunday at 3 p.m. That area of low pressure is still just moving through North Carolina, so we're still dealing with those rain showers. Probably not going to be as heavy and as widespread as what we see on Saturday, but it's still going to be a nuisance. You're still going to want to keep an umbrella handy. Still probably not going to be doing too many outdoor activities on Sunday. Even into Monday, we're still seeing that area of low pressure still moving through the mid-Atlantic, but most of the rain is starting to get out of here, just a few lingering showers, and then we start to clear out on Tuesday. What we're going to be looking at is the potential for several inches of rain. We're still not sure on the exact details. It's still several days away, so we're going to be fine-tuning the forecast over the next few days. But we could be talking about 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, maybe even more than that. And then also some pretty strong gusty winds. Winds are going to start gusting over 30 miles per hour by Friday at 4 p.m. That continues into Saturday. Over 40 mile per hour wind gusts, maybe upwards of 50 miles per hour. That is going to be pushing a lot of water towards our coastline. Also, creating some pretty high surf. So coastal flooding and high surf that is going to be causing some pretty significant beach erosion as expected. This is Friday at 8 p.m. Any of that green shading, even this light green shading, wave height starting to get to that 4-foot range. And then as we head into Saturday evening, yellow, 10-foot plus. So by Saturday evening, we could be talking about waves over 10 feet crashing on our shoreline. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Take a look at that. Beautiful through Friday, and then stormy Saturday, Sunday, and maybe even into early Monday.
Thank you, Alex. The Oceans Calling Festival in Ocean City will take place from September 29th through October 1st. Organizers want event goers to prepare before the music festival kicks off next week. They say attendees need to plan their commute due to traffic congestion throughout the day. Organizers remind people, use the buddy system when attending the festival. They say if you get lost, the main guest service area tent is designated as a meeting point for separated people. Another thing that they want people to know is that all bags are going to be searched before you enter the festival, and pets, chairs, bicycles inside the festival grounds, that's just not allowed.
The Delaware State Police will be presenting information on police activities in Millville. Now, state police are Millville's officers, as the town does not have its own force. According to the town, police will be showing data from Memorial Day to Labor Day weekend, along with traffic issues. The town's inviting people to join that meeting September 27th at 1 p.m.
The past weekend was big in Ocean City for bikers and also for environmental activists. Go Green OC, a grassroots organization that focuses on helping Ocean City become the first zero-waste resort town in America, led a project to recycle cans. Look at the cans in this big receptacle here. Volunteers collected enough cans over 4 days to fill that dumpster that was 22 feet long and nearly 8 feet wide.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
What's going on, sports fans? We've got a busy Tuesday slate of high school sports on the peninsula, from the volleyball court to the field hockey pitch. We start outdoors with field hockey, where one team is trying to get a bad taste out of their mouth. That's the Cape Henlopen Vikings, a mainstay in state title games, fell in their last game to Smyrna, the team that beat them in last season's state championship game. The loss breaks a 3-0 start to the regular season for Cape, and Kate Austin's squad now hits the road for 3 straight games, starting today against Polytech. Indoors, we've got a matchup in the Free State between Pocomoke and Stephen Decatur volleyball. The Warriors are coming off their first win of the season, a 4-set victory over Y-High at home. Pocomoke had not won a set in their prior 2 matches against Parkside and North Dorchester, so the Y-High win was a big one for the program. Decatur comes into today's matchup riding the same storyline. The Seahawks had lost their first 3 matches in straight sets, but are most recently coming off a 4-set win over Y-High. Decatur and Pocomoke should offer one of the better matchups of the day on the court. And this all doesn't include our game of the night between Snow Hill and Cambridge South Dorchester girls soccer. We'll have scores and highlights tonight from all the action on Delmarva on the final score at 10:30 p.m. That'll do it for sports.
Uneven concrete at your home or business? It's unsightly and unsafe. Call Morris Masonry, Delmarva's exclusive spray foam systems, concrete leveling, and masonry contractor. Morris injects safe polyurethane to slowly level the slab. It stabilizes the ground below, reducing erosion and settling. Leveling is half the cost of pouring new, and it's done in as little as 1 day. Call Morris Masonry for an expert analysis. No job is too big or too small. They'll fix your front step or even a shopping mall.
Or city sidewalks, or a highway.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
This is MJ Laughlin with IG Burton Chevrolet in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, and Berlin. It's truck season. Get 0% APR financing on 2023 Chevy Silverado trucks. We have over 100 in stock to choose from, all ready for immediate delivery. We also have low lease payments on our entire stock of Equinox, Blazer, and Trailblazer SUVs, like $259 per month on a new Chevy Equinox. Stop by any IG Burton Chevrolet location in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin, or online at igburton.com. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
Cap off the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 19th to the 22nd. Embrace fall with a variety of fun activities, including beach bonfires, corn maze, tractor rides, and pet and bicycle events. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy free family fun all day. Visit oceocean.com/sunfest for more.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
News at 11, e-bikes in Rehoboth Beach. What about them is being tackled as some towns are banning them? That story and more on Coast TV at 11.
Well, be sure to get outside this evening. It is gorgeous out the door as I take a live look out on a dry tech camera at the Ember Center in Ocean City. Skies are clear, temps sitting right around 74 degrees. Those temps overnight going to be falling down into the low to mid 50s on parts of Delmarva, so you may want to grab a light jacket as you head out the door first thing tomorrow morning. But our fishing forecast shows sunshine taking over with temps in the 70s to close to 80 degrees by the afternoon hour. So tomorrow looks like another beautiful day. That beautiful weather continues through Friday before, well, that coastal storm that I was talking about. Well, it brings some heavy rain, some gusty winds to the area Saturday, Sunday, and that likely lingers into Monday morning.
Alex, thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later this evening for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great night.